The main thing is you're just totally unprepared. You can't save everything. That's your first thought is, what is it that I can't replace if I don't save it? You know, when you're in that kind of a situation, your adrenaline's going, the problem is always when there's a letdown. All of a sudden, whew, and then you can get sick or you can get injured. But prior to that time, you're simply not allowed to. It's not part of the reality. You just keep hoping it would stop. Hey, come look through the window pane. Bus is coming, gonna take us to the train. Old Johnny Cash song, 5 feet high and rising. Looks like we'll be blessed with a little more rain.
How high's the water, mama? 4 feet high and rising. How high's the water, papa? She said it's 4 feet high and rising. Hey, come look through the window pane. The bus is coming, gonna take us to the train. Looks like we'll be blessed with a little more rain. 4 feet high and rising. How high's the water, mama? 5 feet high and rising. How high's the water, papa? She said it's 5 feet high and rising. Well, the rails are washed out north of town. We gotta head for higher ground. We can't come back till the water goes down. 5 feet high and rising. Well, it's 5 feet high and rising.
So, how did you guys meet in the first place?
That's my story.
I feel like...
No, it's my story.
Alright.
Deli sliced. Do you want to eat it?
Yes, I do want to eat it.
She was there, nudged my friend that was there, and was like, so what's the story with this girl? And he was like, you're ridiculous. You have no shot. I was like, thanks, bro. So, saw that it was her birthday on Facebook.
Get away from the cucumber.
So I sent her a Facebook message and said, hey, happy birthday. I don't know if you remember me, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't. I have no recollection of our first meeting at, like, church.
At church, yeah. It was real. It happened.
So you say?
I wear the scars.
Oh. Okay.
Sweet Jesus.
I'm not gonna burn you.
Father in heaven. So yeah, that was how we met. Little did splash on the arm there.
This October will be 2 years since the day we first talked. We started talking, you never stopped talking, and now we're married. We got married on August 19th.
It's been an interesting first month.
Let's go into our bedroom and see what it is. Super freaked out here already. Oh my god, everything is ruined. Oh god, this rug is ruined. Oh god, it's really wet back here.
Oh, it's gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross back here. I can't even start.
Oh, it's bullshit.
It's the bathroom. It was very surreal when we first saw it. We only lived in the house together like 2.5 weeks. So by the time we got back from our honeymoon, we were in the house and we had just gotten a routine together and got settled, and then we evacuated and came back and the house was flooded. Here's our house. That bowl is full of water. It's disgusting. These are our West Elm dishes. And there's...
This opened up.
This opened up. Oh god.
Water all
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, you did vacuum cleaner.
Oh no, our vacuum cleaner.
And look at this.
Oh no. Yeah, that's done. Like the only time I got emotional was when I saw the vacuum, because for some reason that vacuum cleaner was like the symbol of the big thing that we got when we got married, and it was so exciting and we were going to do this life together, you know? And then seeing that was hard.
That was what really sent you over the edge when you saw that.
Seriously.
It's okay, baby. These are just things. I know, you're just starting out. It's awful. It's awful.
A bunch of guys from our church came and helped us just drag everything out. That big pile is all of our stuff. Our dresser, our couches, literally everything we had.
It was really weird, you know, especially being newly married. Like, it's different caring about what happens to me and then caring about what happens to my wife.
Check your dress.
Yeah, open the, I hung it up. I mean, that can be cleaned even, I feel
Oh, good, it's fine.
Trying to light it. Okay, yep, that's what I did. Yep, I hung the dress up high so that it wouldn't.
It was a very crushing thing to come back and see that the little bit we had built up was just gone.
Oh my God.
It was weird. It was really weird. Harrowing is a good word for it.
Are your shoes all ruined?
Yeah, I think so.
We're still in the phase where we're still learning each other. Like, I'm still kind of learning how she handles grief and like what she needs from me to process it.
Do you want to live on Wattle Tree Road?
That's hilarious, man. It's forced us to really get to know each other like really quick. Because it's one thing to experience like, oh man, we went on a honeymoon, it's fun, it's all this. It's another thing to go through something like traumatic and come out the other side and still be able to be like, yeah, like, I'm still in shock that she said yes.
No.
All of this crazy stuff happened, but we have each other. Like, the important stuff. I don't know. I guess in a way it kind of helps that we're still in the honeymooner phase, because I'm like, it's still new and exciting. So that one's out, huh?
Do you want to live in the pink house? I mean, it really is hard, you know. It was like a life-changing event for sure, but let's look at those again. I mean, we really do feel fortunate, but we do feel displaced. How about that one?
A modest $900,000 home.
A friend of my mom's lives in Murray Hill, and they snowbird. They live in Tennessee, and then they come down here part of the year. And she just said, you guys are welcome to live in my house for a few weeks until you can get back on your feet. Come on, buddy. We're just hopeful that we're gonna have a better thing, that there's gonna be something better. Not in a flood zone though, because I can't do that again.
Hello, table princess. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. Stop. You've got to get up. You gotta get up. We had stayed with some friends for a couple of weeks. Do you want to go brush your teeth? All of the FEMA rooms were either booked or not participating anymore. So it was a hard, and lots of hours to try to find a place to stay. All right, does anybody want eggs this morning or just cereal? I think it's 4. We moved 4 times. So I'm very happy for the big Sterilite gray bins. We throw everything in those, and it takes about 2 car trips to get each place where we're going, because every person has their own gray bin of clothes. And then we have all the bags of bathroom stuff. Privacy interruption, privacy interruption.
Can you do my hair?
Yes, sir. Woo! The boys are over on the pull-out couch, and Sam and Megan on one bed, and Mommy Daddy on the other. This is an experimental scrambled eggs that we tried the other day, and it went pretty well. It's weird to be in one room. Oops, sorry. It's moment to moment, honestly. I try to smile, and I tell the kids we're on an adventure. All right, how many people need pretzels? 2, okay. They went by the house the day after the water had receded. These are the Build-A-Bears that each of my boys got when they were like 4 months old, but they saw these and they said, Mom, please, can we try to save these? These are the only thing we're gonna ask to keep. So a friend washed them for us, and we have them back. So now they're with something familiar. They're just saying, all right, where are we gonna stay next? Sometimes I say, I don't know. Because right now we don't know where we're staying next week. You look good, you need shoes. Mommy needs shoes. Mommy needs shoes. Our FEMA lodging approval is only through Saturday. So we have to check out by Sunday and don't know where we're going next. That's a little scary.
Ready, spaghetti?
I try to call FEMA, but apparently the lines are so long that most of the time I get a message that says, we're sorry, no one's available to take your call. Your call will now be disconnected. Pushed and can't get through. So I haven't spoken to anyone there in weeks. So we don't know what's next. All right, everybody ready? Grab your stuff. I sometimes get a little down and say, I don't know where we're gonna live, and that's scary for me, for the kids. Right now I just try to keep positive for them, and I'm very lucky. Nobody was hurt, nobody we know was injured. We're all still here, and that's the most important thing.
I've just taken pictures my whole life. I had thousands. And I saved them. I got them out, and the first couple of days, I was just out in the yard everywhere, peeling them apart and sticking them down. Kind of like, triage, only it's what is it, what do I save and what I don't. Some pictures will do that to you, and you remember back, and it triggers emotions. You think, oh yeah, I remember that, and that was that, yeah, what was that? What was her name? They're prints from, the 70s or 80s. I mean, they're, family and old friends and Vietnam. All my Vietnam stuff is there.
Hello, Downhigh Towers, Cat Killer 39er.
I was a pilot. I flew spotter planes in the DMZ. An 01 Bird Dog.
Cat Killer 39er, Tower. Cat Killer 39er, taxi to takeoff.
You wear a flight helmet. You could record, and I had a little microphone with it.
Firing artillery on Alpha 3.
We'd run airstrikes, called scramble air and artillery or whatever.
These rounds seem to be impacting. We don't know who's shooting them.
Firing at me? Yeah, every day. That's what they do. It's a combat situation for sure.
We've got ducks on the pond down here.
This is my friend Wendell.
Your head was shaved here?
Oh yeah, that was during my Hansen period. That was actually a pretty practical thing to do at the time because in that era, things changed so much over here during Vietnam, and so much of who you were, and judgment about you was made by your hair. There was the long hair and the short hair, and so I was kind of, I didn't know, I wasn't sure who I was. So that was the best solution. That whole thing about the reception, I'm not sure about. They talk about people getting spit on. I never got spit on. But I'm sure it was because of my innate charm and sparkling personality. Could also have been that I was 6'5" and 240 at the time, but I'm going to change position. Getting too old for this. Well, you don't necessarily have to show that to God and everybody. That was my hippie biker days. I have some of my accounting days. They look a little different. The water came up and floated the refrigerator, and it just floated over and knocked over the motorcycle. And like an idiot, I put that motorcycle upright. I went and fought the refrigerator and the motorcycle. It made no sense. That motorcycle was gone, but I had to do that. Once you're underwater, all the electrics are gone. You can see the rust everywhere. Here's my Beamer. You can see water in the headlight. What a shame. That Beamer was a pretty bike. I decided I needed to downsize anyway. I needed, and I was trying to figure out which ones I was going to get down to. And Mother Nature made that decision for me, so hell. Man my age doesn't need 5 motorcycles anyway, does he?